Hi guys, so today's video is quite a simple one. It's basically your dog weaving between your legs. It's a very popular dance move when you watch all of the fancy crafts competitions, and it's actually really simple to teach. So to get started with this one, you're going to start out with your dog on your side, and you're going to keep a treat in each of your hands. You're then going to have your dog either on your left hand side or your right hand side, and you're going to use the opposite hand and stick this behind your left or right leg and use that to coax them through. And literally, as they come through the gap between your legs, you're just going to reward them for that. Eventually, you want your hands to fall away completely for this trick and for your dog to be entirely reliant on your bent knees to prompt the action. So even while doing it in the beginning stages, definitely make use of that really exaggerated knee because that is going to cue them to give you the behavior. So to build on a little bit of duration for this trick, what you can then do is instead of just giving your dog a cookie for doing one weave through your legs, you can now then expect them to do 2 or 3 before they get the cookie. And a nice idea is to also, while you're doing this, is try and just stand up a little bit straight as well so that they're not entirely dependent on your hands being there the whole time, but so that they are now more being cued for the leg movement as opposed to just following a cookie. So the second half of this video is for all of you brave souls out there who have mastered the leg weave. And what we're basically going to try and get our dogs to do is to get this movement going, but to do it backwards. So easier said than done. I think this one takes a lot more on the handler's part than the dog's part. But nevertheless, it really is doable. All that you basically need to do is get your lefts and rights about you and make sure that you're putting the right foot forward first. So the easiest way to get this one done is to either have your dog on your left hand or your right hand side, and depending on which side they are, the leg that you have next to your dog is the one that you're going to step forward with. So once you've created that bit of space for them to move through, you're going to stick a bit of a sweetie on their nose, and basically you want to direct it in circles outwards towards yourself. So as your hand is approaching your side, your dog is going to be moving backwards. Again, you can use a back verbal cue for this as well. I find quite helpful. And really in the beginning stages of this one, give them a sweetie literally for taking one step backwards. I think it is quite a new concept for them to also want to work backwards. So really be very forthcoming with all of your treats while you attempt doing this. So as you can see with Charlie here, once you've got that backwards motion of going between the legs, you will then use your opposite hand, which is filled with cookies, and you're going to make a big wide circle so that they can basically turn their body around and get them back into the position to then come through your legs backwards again. So as you guys can see here with Ollie, it can be quite a finicky trick. So really don't expect everything to be 100% perfect right off the bat. What you can do is see how you can move your legs and move your hands to make it a little bit easier for your dog. So obviously the bigger the dog, the longer the body, the bigger circles you want to draw out with your treats to make sure that they have enough space to turn around and then come back in through the gap between your legs. Also, if they don't get it 100% right, you still just want to reward them for even attempting to do it. And that's really what gets the bond between you and your dog going. We really want to just let them know that even any kind of minuscule attempt for us is really a great thing, and we really want to reward that. So give this one a bash, guys. It's quite good exercise for yourself and your dog, and also just it does a heck of a lot in terms of getting our coordination a little bit better as well. So have fun with it. The first part is definitely quite easy. The second part, it's more just a bit of a dance move. So if you can grasp that, I'm sure your dogs are going to figure it out. And nevertheless, it's always about just having fun with our dogs. So that's the most important thing.